to the Nuyorican Poets Cafe online. I am your host this evening. My name is La Bruja, Caridad de la Luz. I've been with the Nuyorican Poets Cafe since La Bruja was born in 1996. So welcome, welcome, welcome.
Welcome.
Online open mic is a super therapeutic thing. We have a community across the world. We've been doing this now since the pandemic. And I'm just going to get right into it because I actually have some new shit.
Woo.
So, you guys, I think you have the power to mute and unmute yourselves, but uh, use that power responsibly. And let's get right into it. This is something that happened recently, and as a matter of fact, last night, me and my boyfriend had a fight. It was about me and Mike and being out all night. He was right. I've been with Mike for nearly most of my life. My boyfriend feels some type of way. With him, things don't sit right. Mike calls and simply said, I don't think twice about grabbing him in the dark or sometimes in the light. It's just me and Mike handshake and got a bond so tight. Sometimes he gives me feedback if something don't seem right. And when he gets connected, he makes sure that I'm respected. He makes me feel special even when he's being tested. Mike checks to make sure my sound is always perfected, that when my jaw unclenches, I'm heard from the mountains to the trenches. Mike isn't even into any honorable mentions. He tells me all the time he wants others to shine. And though deep down inside, I wish he was all mine, I gotta get in line for others to get his time. I'm in love with Mike. And now my boyfriend wants to leave me. I tell him it's platonic, but he doesn't believe me. But the more he fights with me, the more I run to Mike. Something about this situation just ain't right. I wrote a rhyme and Mike called. He was waiting in the booth. He knew that I was feeling cute, but wanted to hear my truth. Everybody always gets our relationship confused. I don't want to take him to bed, even though I do. I said I do, because I use Mike just to talk to you. Papa, can you hear me? In my love life, I've got two. One just wants to hear me, the other wants me for his boo. I could manage time between them if my boyfriend wasn't jealous. I want Mike in my life, but my boyfriend wouldn't let us. Fast forward, after getting my boyfriend's ultimatum, right now he's somewhere in the world thinking that I probably hate him. Because since he made me choose, I decided not to date him. Because me and Mike come first, and with that, there's no debating. Love just isn't love if there's a limit to creating. Because all that jealousy made it feel more like he was hating. He could have sang a song with me instead of always orchestrating. Invalidating my loyalty is quite infuriating. But Mike just laughs as he's seen him come and go. He thinks it's fantastic because it just improves my flow. Will I ever find a man that isn't threatened overall? Or maybe even down for a little menage a trois? Mike is down for anything. That's what I love about him. I'm looking for a lover that isn't gonna try to out him. Cause me and Mike in it for life, we really bout it, bout it. I tell people it's forever, but they always seem to doubt it. Me and Mike. So you are here at the Nuyorican Poets Cafe online Thursday night open mic, my favorite night of the week. So if this is your first time performing ever in your life, only if it's ever in your life. Don't come tell me it's the first time and then you blow it up and be like, I never did it before. If this is your first time performing, ever in your life, please let me know and I will sing the Pop the Cherry song for you. If it's a new poem you're reciting, please let us know and we will yell, new shit. You have about 5 minutes max to do your thing. So if you finish at the 4-minute mark, don't do some new shit. That's a nice time to just use your time to tell us how to follow you and everything. Oh, and sex toys are really popular during this pandemic lockdown, but be sure to turn them off and keep those positive vibrations silent. But you could clap after people perform and make noise and all of that, because that's all good. You know, something about this snapping is like magical. We feel that vibration reverberating. It's just woof. Be sure to have your cameras on. No nudity allowed, but be as vulnerable as you want to be. We would like to thank our sponsors, National Endowment for the Arts, Council on the Arts, New York City Department of Cultural Affairs, Amazon Literary Partnership, New York Community Trust. And if you'd like to make a donation, please visit nuyorican.org/contribute. And, you know, La Bruja NYC, I'm there on IG, I'm on Twitter, I'm on Venmo, I'm on PayPal, La Bruja NYC, or go to my website, caridadelaluz.com, or follow me, follow my page, Caridad de la Luz, on YouTube. So we got, wow, Kyle up, Ray James, Cinda Lawrence, Bill Elkins, Nicholas Correa, Joski C. I'm gonna put all of that, all the people on the list into the chat. Oh my goodness, how exciting.
I would just like to say I'm not Kyle, I'm Kai.
Oh, Kai. Oh my
God.
Hi, Kai.
It's either Kylene or it's Kai. I don't know why there's a mix-up. I'm not Kyle.
Hi. Oh my God. So good to see you.
Yeah.
Last week, you know, was an emotional week. How you feeling this week?
I'm feeling better. I'm feeling a lot better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see y'all in the chat. I'm not Kyle. It's Kyle.
Listen. With a name like Caridad, that's my real name. I had a friend who used to call me Cocky Dad. Okay, we were in grammar school, fucked up. So I feel your pain.
I even try to make it easy for y'all. Kai, KY. Come on.
KY. I don't know. Well, when you like put it, when you sign up on the sign up list, I don't know why it comes out as Kyle. But
I don't know.
Anyway.
Maybe they're like, that's supposed to be your name. I'm like, okay, new stage name. It's fine. Anyways, I don't got some new shit. Love that. Okay. So I don't got new shit for y'all. I actually got some old shit that I haven't touched in a long time. Also, sorry if I sound tired. I just got off work. I like raced home just because I was like, oh shit, I'm first. So this is old shit. This is called Almost Gospel. 1 year ago, if God and I met on the street on our morning commute to work, me heading to the grocery store to be a cashier, him on his way to heaven to be, you know, God, I wouldn't recognize him. They call him our Heavenly Father, and I can kind of see the correlation he has with my real dad. After all, both have been absent in my life in one way or another, him sitting on his throne in the clouds, my dad too high on his high horse to care about me. I wonder if they have that in common too. The lack of caring for their children, leaving them as bastard kids whose fathers are always the topic of conversation and yet are nowhere to be found emotionally. You see, God and I are kind of at a stalemate right now, and he keeps telling me if I just come back to him, all will be forgiven. My bones and heart will be bleached white, but what if I don't want his forgiveness? His baptism, a price too high to pay. What if I have already forgiven myself? Use my own hands to heal my wounds, and now stand at the foot of his throne demanding for an apology. What if this blasphemous behavior is my way of disconnecting my choices to be happy from his plan of salvation? I cannot draw a connection of how they could possibly coexist in the same body, peacefully at least. Me, a vessel who rebels against the idea of him deciding my identity. You see, I grew up going to church, hands trembling in a prayer I've always prayed to believe. Yet I would find his vacancy notice on the chapel doors, letting me know he moved out long ago, that there was no God there. He had packed his bags just like my dad did, standing at the doorway, ready to drive away to find his pearly gates of heaven in another woman's arms. This time, his prophecy is fulfilled, and he goes to love his other children more than he ever loved me. You see, I still feel like a lamb lost, and he doesn't care to look for me. I'm still 18, feeling like an abandoned child of God, standing in the pews of church services, hearing them lecture me on being too prideful to turn back to him. After all, the pride comes before the fall. The pride comes before me falling, but maybe I'm not being prideful, Dad. I mean, God. Maybe I'm tired of the ever-loving bullshit I am put through constantly for me to prove myself that I am worthy, sinless daughter of Dad. I mean, God. As if my sins weren't bandages meant to cover the wounds he inflicted on me with holy water and scripture. As if he didn't raise a religion to hate the child he created who loves the soul before a gender. As if that shit doesn't hurt. As if it doesn't hurt that the reason I have problems with God is because he's too much like the failed father figure I endured when I needed blessings more than trials. When both of them heard me praying and chose to fucking ignore me, can you hear me now? Does my rebellious spirit make you cringe, God? Is my brother Jesus trying to make excuses for me, knowing that I am just hurt and bleeding from something this mortal life did to me, not you? Why does it still feel like you? Because you were an absent father when I prayed and begged for you, I still go to church sometimes. My family seems to be baptized by whatever mercy you've shown them. I don't want it right now. I don't know if I'll ever be ready. After all, I'm still left with too many questions that have not been answered from years of sitting in these pews searching for you, God. And then I remember you changed your address already. I still sit here in this empty church. There's still no God here.
Hi, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, word, girl,
I love Kai.
word. That's what I'm
Yo,
talking about.
baby.
My
They're
goodness.
lost.
That's it. That's it.
Thank you, guys.
That
Thank you.
was so powerful. Kai, thank you so much for sharing. And
Always.
you always show it up. You always, you get to the
Well, I love being a Thursday kid now. I'm part of both worlds, so I get to see all of y'all's faces all the time, and I love it. But if you
Give me that.
want to find me outside of this, you
Sorry,
can.
boo.
I got you. I got you. Yeah, put your information in the chat. That's Reina Miranda.
All right. Again, you can find me Kai_ Loud Fat Mix Poet, Kylene 2001, also both of those on IG, and then Kylene Brackens on Facebook. I'm trying to upload more poetry. I'm kind of a slacker. This is the most I get my poetry out.
No, and this is I'm so happy that this is where you choose to do it, because this shit is popping, exclusive. Thank you
guys.
All right, we're gonna keep it going, keep it flowing. Ray Jane is up next, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what's good with Ray.
Hey.
Hey, woo, yes, queen.
What's up?
Chilling.
What's up?
How you doing? How you doing? I got my whistle for you again in case you're in that mood.
Hey, okay. We going. Come on. Come on. Yeah. Oh. Come on. Yeah.
Yes. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm so great. I'm so happy to be here. You already know this is my therapy too.
Girl.
Mm-hmm. What you
For
gonna
sure.
do for us?
Mm-hmm.
What you doing tonight? What you gonna do?
So, Monday night we had the theme of vanity, and I was just one person away from going. So I'm gonna share what I wrote for that now.
So you're saying this is some new shit? Is that what you're telling me
Some
right
new
about now?
shit.
Is that what you're saying?
New shit.
New shit. Yes. Yes. Oh, don't get.
Oh, girl, you got to take this show on the road, girl.
Don't encourage me. Go ahead, girl. Do your thing. Vanity, ladies and gentlemen, from Ray Jane, bringing you vanity.
All right, Val. Let's do it. Okay. The me I be keeps getting mixed up with the me I see. See, it's been hard for me to let myself reflame, unclaim this mousy shit, exchange grit for some deity shit, for some sparkling manifested me, that magic. The puff of smoke before the genie appears, I fear. Letting loose, taking the glasses off this mother goose, unhinge this librarian, get a lot of gregarian. For all I know, I'm Sumerian. And I've had barren deserts in my throat for centuries, so forgive me. If I gulp when the well is full and I'm cocking, putting the pea in pump, circumstantially I'm whistling, mixes of jungle juice, overflowing Dixie cups, I'm up, spinning, princessing, sans the ball gowns of isms, presenting me worthy to some bumbling prince, who I'll have to teach how to mince his hesitance, then watch him become king. No, not this queen, I'm too obscene, it seems, to be betrothed. So I cock up my robes and disrobes. She beams up, then probes. She's just a bored little orb under flyer orders. You know, she a UFO, but you know how it go. The brightest star probably got stage fright, right? Like it could help but shine, and this little one of mine gets mistaken for rain every time. Like I ain't the sexiest thing that nature could do. Like I ain't turbo washing you, tumbling you dry and unwrinkling your lies. Like I ain't cleaning up your ends, pointing out the stains you thought were friends. I'm fabuloso and I'm laundering you, but ooh, it's uncomfortable speaking my name out my own mouth, trying not to incise my width, holding jaws open so as not to choke when defining and cutting myself down with my own canines. I'm masticating my meats while carrying in my wisdoms the truth. These teeth sink deep into it's me, not unpalatable to write to the right taste. I'm sweet, tough to control, so don't bother. Hold your cards or fold, either better than paying her toll. Wild about her cheddar, so rich she don't need you to extol her to avoid her terror. She ain't no beggar, she wants your love clever with some pepper, dressed in leather, but gently touching her be a feather, or she'll swiftly get you together. Unpredictable she weather all storms, not hard work, but she definitely an endeavor. But yo, whatever, she been this way since the heavens got together, since earth was a young John, popping bubbles at her bus stops, since she took those first two L's, first as Adam, then as Eve, or was it Lilith or Makeda, whoever, whichever, however, forever, her existence pervasive yet foreign, she extra biblical cicada, she pop, she sun flare, didn't you hear James said once she got going it was hard to make the hottie stop. She been torching you, then gently watering you in your morning. She do this ain't nothing new, and yet still humbly coming to you, growing since she born, walking slow so you know she lives so loud she don't gotta blow her horn.
Ooh,
Holy
Damn.
shit, I've been needing this.
God damn.
Damn, that's bad.
Worth the wait. Worth the wait.
she don't gotta blow her horn, but I'm gonna blow this whistle. Yes, Ray.
Beautiful.
Damn, Queen. Where do you sit to write this eloquence? In what castle? What temple? Where? Anywhere you step is a queendom. Thank you, Ray Jane. Much love to you. Put the info in the chat. Damn.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it in the chat. If you want to follow me at Instagram, I'm at 3_4 THSCLRLVYNT. You can find me on SoundCloud at Ray Jane.
Ooh,
Love y'all.
love you. Mwah. Wow. Oof. Power. What more do you want? Can you stand the talent? Cinda is up next. Cinda, where you at, Cinda? Unmute yourself, honey. Let's see what's good with Cinda. You in the building, Cinda? Mm-hmm.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes. Hello.
Okay.
Where are you?
Hello.
Today?
How are you?
I'm
Hi,
good.
everybody. Oh, it's such an honor to be here. Honor. Oh, I'm so blown away by
Yay.
the talent. I'm blown away. I'm just so blown
There
away.
is a
So
lot
thank
of
you,
talent,
thank you.
right? Unbelievable.
Yes, it's hard to follow. You're like, oh my God.
Where are you tonight? Where in the world are you? Where are you?
I'm in New York City.
In New York
I'm in-
City, what part?
I'm in New York City. I live in Tribeca. Yeah.
Oh, Tribeca.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah. So
What you do for us?
I'm here with my cat. So it's like, and this is new. It's new for my cat and new for you guys. So
New cat shit.
it is new cat shit. Yes, exactly. It's called Blink. Blink. Okay.
Hey, take it away.
Okay. Blink and you're fetal, slumbering inside. Blink and it's breakfast. Milk slips and it slides. Blink and you stumble, scraping your knee. Blink and you graduate, believing you're free. Blink and you're driven, racing the clock. The office is home now. Don't bother to knock. Blink, it's a week, then a month, then a year. Blink and you're 50. Why so much fear? Blink and you're rocking a babe of your own. Blink and now you only talk on the phone. Blink and you're angry at injustice and hate. Blink and you wonder, is this really our fate? Blink and it's Sandy, Osama, COVID, or Trump. The details are sketchy when every day is a funk. Blink and there's music. Blink and there's death. Blink and again, and your brother is gasping for breath. Blink and you're working. Blink and it's gone. Your bank account's empty and the days just seem long. Blink and you're laughing, drinking with friends. Blink and it's lockdown. When will it end? Blink and you're worried. Blink and you're not. For better or worse, the blinking won't stop. Blink and you're strong, can win any battle. Blink and watch news and feel part of the cattle. Blink and it's morning. Blink and it's night. Your heart is still beating. Does that mean you're all right? Blink and you chuckle. Blink and you cry. Blink and you're grateful. At least you didn't die. Blink and there's beauty and joy all around. Blink and you're sighing as your feet hit the ground. Blink and you rise, hopeful as hell. Blink and the landlord is ringing the bell. Blink and it's Monday and it all starts again. Blink and repeat till the end. Blink and you get it. Blink and you don't. Blink hoping you'll win, knowing you won't. Blink and you're bold. Blink and you're scared. When meaning drops by, you feel unprepared. Blink and it's quiet, peace all around. Blink and you can't even see what you found. That one final blink, will it be worth it? You didn't run away, so no need to curse it. Blink and you win, blink and you lose. When the blinking is over, so are the blues. Blink and feel sorrow, thinking blinking is bad. Blink and remember, at least you had what you had. While this life may be gone in the blink of an eye, blink for the fun part, touching the sky.
Oh, yes. Cinda.
That was
Thank
beautiful.
Yes, that's it. Work
So
that
beautiful.
shit.
I loved it.
In a blink, it was over.
Blinking.
Thank you. Everybody loved it.
Thank you.
Everybody.
Thank you guys. Thank you so much. I'll put my thing in my website in the chat here. So, but bless you guys. I just thank you. I just love your work. Thank you. It's like keep blinking, everybody.
Yes, Cinda, awesome. We're gonna keep it going, keep it flowing. Let's go to Bill Elkins now. Let's see. Bill Elkins, can you blink with us?
I will try to blink with all of you.
Hello, Bill.
How are you? Okay, I'd like to do two short songs, one an original and one a cover. First one is My Lady from Manila. It's a song I wrote that was inspired by my significant other, and I hope you like it. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Effervescent, loving and refined, my lady from Manila enraptures me. Her poise, laughter and style would transfix anyone as they did me. A nurse by profession, she's my Florence Nightingale. She's my lover and best friend, you see. She stands by me through all circumstances, thick and thin, but will call me out when she thinks best. La 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 la. La 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 la. A classical music aficionado. My lady from Manila turned me on to Mahler symphonies. I shared my love for opera, taking her to Tristan and Isolde at Covent Garden. Our mutual passion for music deeply connects us to each other and to the world around us as a whole. We celebrate this passion wherever we may go, be it LA, Chicago, Paris, or Berlin. La 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 la. Keenly perceptive, forthright and true. My lady from Manila, she gleans wheat from the chaff. She's my lighthouse in my harbor. She guides me through disillusion as we live for ourselves. She challenges my thinking, helps me see things as they are, not as I always deem them to be. My lady's name is Rosita, and we're a match made here on earth. She's my inspiration for living each and every day. La 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 la. Okay. Thank you. Okay, next one is a cover of Bob Dylan's song, You Ain't Going Nowhere. Hope you like it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Clouds so swift, rain won't lift, gate won't close, railings froze. Get your mind off winter time, you ain't going nowhere. Ooh, you ride me high, tomorrow's the day my bride's gonna come. Oh, we gonna fly down in the easy chair. I don't care how many letters they send, morning came and morning went. Pick up your money and pack up your tent, you ain't going nowhere. Ooh, you ride me high, tomorrow's the day my bride's gonna come. Oh, we gonna fly down in the easy chair. Buy me a flute and a gun that shoots, tailgates and substitutes, Strap yourself to the tree with roots. You ain't going nowhere. Ooh, ride me high. Tomorrow's the day my bride's gonna come. Oh, we gonna fly down in the easy chair. Genghis Khan, he could not keep all his kings supplied with sleep. We'll climb that hill no matter how steep when we get up to it. Ooh, ride me high. Tomorrow's the day my bride's gonna come. Oh, we gonna fly down in the easy chair. Ooh, ride me high. Tomorrow's the day my bride's gonna come. Oh, we gonna fly down in the easy chair. Thank you.
Bill Elkins, everybody, all the way out in California, giving you that wholesome vibe of love and.
Hey, I gotta be me. What else can I be?
Yes.
Facts.
Everybody had a good old time. You can see it in the chat. Bill Elkins, thank you so much for participating.
You're welcome. Thank you. I really enjoyed your poem.
Oh, thank you. I see you like Mike too. Look at that mic you have. Thank you. Put your stuff in the chat. We're gonna keep it going, keep it flowing. Much love to you, Bill Elkins, out in Cali. We're gonna go.
Take care.
There right now, the Withdrawn. We got a long list here. We got a full 25, and we got people on the waiting list. So there won't be anybody other than on the list getting on tonight. So, yep. Let's see. Nicholas Correa, are you here? Where you at? I know I saw you, the Withdrawn. Let me ask to unmute, see if that works.
Hey, La Bruja, how you doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm good. It's been a long ass week, but my soul is so happy, and that's all that matters.
Yes, that is.
That's all that matters.
That looks like that's a nice color on you. And you say community music school.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's a school I enrolled in for singing. You know, it's on pause now, sadly. They wanted to do like virtual singing, but like it's different because you can't read the body and the breathing and all that. So I was like, I'm gonna wait till it opens up and then, you know, pull up back into it.
I know you've been flexing some singing skills in your
recent performances. We're trying.
Yeah, I always say if you could cry, you could sing. You know, so that's why I know I could sing, because I certainly can cry. So what you gonna do for us tonight?
All right, so I got two old shits today. One's a rap, one's a poem.
All right,
so Nicholas Correa. I have an instrumental. Can you let me know if it's too loud?
Okay.
Can you hear me talk still? Is that okay?
Oh, I hear it.
Yeah, okay. All right, so this one I wrote, it's crazy because I literally like heard it in the shower and I wrote to this like right after I hopped in the shower. So, but this was Futsal Shuffle 2020 by Lil Uzi Vert, and I called it Pokemon Shuffle 2020.
Oh, okay.
Are you serious? I know this nigga ain't serious. He hopped out the shower and put on a towel, and now he's just writing, so here it is. Oh wait, no, you rap now, how what is this? The poets were soft, are you hearing this? The difference in my raps and yours is that I don't like my shit I haven't experienced. Wait, take a break. I'm at second 48. If I say some dumb shit, some feelings might get played. Okay. Fuck that, I'ma go on because I have shit to say. I hear this shit all the time. I do these drugs, these guns are mine. I got girls all around the world, but never met any of them in real life. Like, boy, why the fuck is you lying? Them clothes you didn't really go buy them. Your parents did. Now you flex like you get checks for the hoes and timeline. You a whole ass, so low ass, unmotivated bum ass nigga. What you need to do is follow a dream and stop following people on Twitter. Stop saying trap. It's not what you do. You go to work when you come out of school. Then you go home, room all alone, create a persona that isn't your own. Whoa, I know, this connection is low. Can't hear you with all them singles you holding up like a phone. You broke in pockets and in soul. Satisfy the spirit, nigga, not just the physical. Ooh! All right, so that's the first one.
Snap, snap, snap. You had that crazy flow.
Thank you. Thank you.
That was
And
cute. That was nice. That was nice.
I appreciate that. Thank you. And the second one, we getting savage. So, Shorty Savage. Like, screw me over, I'ma fuck you up, then go and fuck up that bitch. Lil baby is truly unaware of how fat that ass is. You know Easter is soon, but for you, I'ma put all of my eggs inside one basket. I'ma need me a Megan. So open up her legs whenever the fuck I want. You can lick my lips when I'm done. I ain't trying to trap that ass, but she said come in me right now and give us a son. Considering it. Is your medallion for riding that dick like a stallion. Shorty bad as fuck and she Italian. Counting up her nuts like I'm tallying. Oh, she wild and untamed. Plus all the other girls before and after her to shame. She said you ain't like all them other niggas that would dub pussy for 2K. Damn right you text me, I'ma respond quick with 2K. Fuck up your brain and pound right up on your ribcage. We can do it while watching 50 Shades or listening to Ari's 40 Shades or while I'm performing 30 Shades. I'm down to do all three, making that 120 Shades of Black. Because once you go, you never go back. But don't forget, I'm Puerto Rican too, so I'll make you the arroz con pollo after getting them cheeks clapped. Oh, she acting. Back on Santa's list because she bad again. Stick shift that dick like you traveling. I said, what do you want the dick? She said, daddy in my mouth.
Okay. There, the withdrawn.
Oh my God. Y esa suciedad, coño.
Open, withdrawn person I've ever known.
I had to add in that Megan ad in it too.
Well, thank you so much for giving us a glimpse into the labyrinth that is your mind.
Thank
and
you.
letting us know how deep it really goes.
Thank you.
Thank
you so much.
Let's go there, ladies and gentlemen. Put your info in the chat. Everybody was feeling that. Susan Wallace says that she's pregnant now. Thanks a lot. Okay, so we're gonna keep it going, keep it flowing. Thank you so much, Nicholas Correa. We're gonna go now to Joski C. Yes, how you doing tonight, Joski?
I'm good, Bruja. I'm good. Thank you.
Good to see you. I'm glad you made the list. What you gonna do for us tonight?
So I've got a brand new song. And I'm gonna try to pull that off. This is called COVID Dream. Bless you if I sneeze in this COVID breeze. Ignorance unmasked. Got so much to tell you now, but you can't speak. Your heart is on the screen, but I feel every beat. Nurse, hold the phone so I can say what's true. I love you. It's true. Won't you wear a mask just to save your ass. Save someone you love. Got so much to tell you now, but you can't speak. Your heart is on a screen, but I feel every beat. Nurse, hold the phone so I can say what's true. I need you. It's true. Wake me from this if I scream, from this COVID dream. Don't take my love from me. Got so much to tell you now, but you can't speak. Your heart is on a screen, but I feel every beat. Nurse, hold the phone so I can say what's true. I love you. It's true. I love you. It's true. Wear a mask. Save your ass. Save someone you love.
Oof, Joski, let them know, Joski. You're like the conscious Rolling Stone. You know what I mean? Like you're like.
Oh, thank you, Bruja. You're so sweet. Thank you so much for having me.
Of course, there's only one tonight. That's what you're doing for us tonight.
You know, I think so. You know, I know there's so many wonderful artists waiting to get on, so I just don't want to hog the time. So,
sweetie, Joski, see, look at that, so conscious and so loving. You're the best, man. Much love.
Thank you, my
Joski, see, yes. All right, let's keep it going, keep it flowing. Who do we have next? Let me see. We have Brian Franco. Where you at, Brian? Unmute yourself, please.
I'm unmuted. Can you hear me?
Hi, of course.
First of all, are you La Bruja or La Bruja?
Bruja. You know how Jose is with a J, but you still say Jose?
You're like a Bruja.
Yes, I am a Bruja. I actually have a comedy show called The Bruja. If you YouTube La Bruja, you will find some funny things.
Okay. Well, Shalom from Brunswick, Maine. I'm going to do two poems. The first poem is so old, but it's from the 1300s by the mystic poet Hafiz, and it's just called A Poet.
So this is mystic poet shit. This is...
A poet is someone who can pour light into a cup and raise it to nourish your beautiful parched holy mouth. Thank you. The second is by me, and it's brand new. And
you should.
It's a good follow-up to that one. It's called Specific Unforeseen Side Effects of COVID-19 Induced Virtual Poetry Open Mics upon Unsuspecting Poetry Community Members. I was watching a woman read a poet on Zoom when she uttered the line, "I was slick and sweet like a forbidden piece of candy." Despite the fact that I'm a 53-year-old gay man, I found myself slowly sliding down the inside of my 1970s burnt orange velvet Ethan Allen wingback chair. After my butt fell off the edge of the chair, I fell flat on my back on the floor. I lay there like a flaccid oyster atop a saltine cracker, waiting for a dose of homemade horseradish heavy cocktail sauce. I found my phone with my left hand, dialed 911 with my right, and relayed my situation to the operator, who said, "Don't worry. Due to COVID-19 and a sudden abundance of Zoom poetry readings, poetry-related injuries such as yours are not uncommon. But there are people who think they can forgo calling 911 and that they can sleep it off on their floor. And they always wake up with their heads twisted to one side and neck pain that lands them in a chiropractor's office. When they raise to their feet, they find themselves wriggling the hand, wrist, and elbow of the arm they slept on because its shoulder continues to feel disjointed for hours. Of course, I am sure you know a good piece of poetry will do that to you every time." The fireman reached my front door with a hydraulic battering ram. I heard one scream, "Yell out so we can find you." I yelled out. Three of them stomped through my home in their heavy boots, tracking mud on the wood floors of my living room, the carpeted hallway leading to my bedroom, and my carpeted bedroom. A middle-aged, mustached fireman who looked like a rugged, rough-and-tumble Ralph Lauren 1980s cowboy stood over me, carefully placed me on the bed, wedged two pillows under my head and neck, patted the top right-hand corner of the top pillow, then screamed to his cohort, "Johnny, run to the kitchen and get this man a glass of water." He looked at me with a kind smile and said, "Sir, it'll be all right. You're on your bed now. You just need some rest, and when you wake, you'll feel fine. Besides, I believe you know a good piece of poetry will do this to you every single time. Thank you."
Woo-hoo! All right, Mr. Franco.
Based on a true story.
I like how you say water too. It was a little bit different. Thank you so much for sharing that flow with us. Please put all your info in the chat, and it's great to see you back. Thank you so much for all of that.
Can you mute me? I can't find my cursor.
Where your cursor? Okay, I got you, Brian. Thank you so much for sharing that and for that vulnerability too. Yes. There's power in that. So we're gonna go to Rich Glennon. Rich Glennon, where you at, Rich? Unmute yourself if you're there. I see
Hey.
Hi.
You see me?
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
How you doing tonight?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm good. You gonna do any poems about food, or what are you doing tonight?
Remembered. No. I have one old one, oldish, and two new ones, all pretty short.
All right, two new hits. Take it away.
Okay, so I'll start with the older one. I wrote this one around Christmas time. I forget which year exactly, but it's called "She Bought the Fancy Wrapping Paper with the Glitter All Over It." The once matchless orphan gifts have found kin, presently shellacked in new skin, a lingering skyline under the tree, almost too fabulous to bestow. Fugitive grains of glitter carpet our apartment. Brilliant footprints everywhere enlighten my wife and I of each other's homebound roots. The first glimpse of a twinkling track in the kitchen proposed Yuletide miracles of burglarizing unicorn people ransacking our dingy abode, only to feverishly sashay back to their dazzling spaceship, leaving only distorted pixels in their wake. Okay. This next one is called The Jack. The Jack looks fantastic in his flowery garb, flashy even if only two-dimensional. Two faces aimed at what's ahead and what's behind. But would he look so grand if he wasn't forced to by the king and queen? Had he not been so fortunate, Jack would be living in pajamas, patterned with hearts or diamonds, just like the 10 wears, who the Jack narrowly beat for the royal position of servitude. But the Jack wonders, while fetching wine or scouting for the next big name in the jester circuit, which sunny saloon the 10 is drunk in, and if he's playing darts with the deuces they grew up with, aiming with comic scorn as the ox-pulled wagons creak by at the Jack's lone eye. And
All
this
right.
last one is called because Pegasus will never grace our presence. Do not judge me when I tell you that I have a friend who is a flat earther. Just as Pegasus only harms the clouds he pierces on the wing, so too does the harmless flat earther damage only his reputation. Grateful I am to have befriended such a rare breed of conspiracy theorist. He who sits miles from the Holocaust denier, whose ideals are fueled by hatred. The flat earther, rather, founds his theory on the scientific fact that Pegasus doesn't exist, thus satisfying his craving for wonderment with a frisbee earth, populated by people who actually think they're on a ball. Okay, thank you.
All right. Oh my goodness. You know, flat earthers, it's funny, Rich, because last week we had a flat moon. Somebody mooned us and it was ridiculous.
Oh, really?
But
Oh man, I'm kind of glad that I was a little too late.
earthers are ridiculous.
I'm,
Nice to see.
I'm relieved that I was late to sign up last week. Then
Yeah, it was quite appalling, but it was hilarious at the same time. Thank you so much, Rich, for sharing.
thank you
And
for
please
hosting.
put your information in the chat for us. We're gonna keep it going and keep it flowing. Right now, let's go to Tesosomok.
Thank you.
Hello
So
there.
how are you? I'm on the West Coast today.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What you gonna do for us?
I'm going to do a piece titled Between Logos and the Experimentation of Equality.
Wow, we got some long titles tonight. Take it away, Tesosomok.
All right. Begins with a quote. There are two paths to virtue in the Greek tradition, the long and easy path that passes through the logos, in other words, through discourse and school learning, and the short but difficult one of the cynic, which is, in a way, silent. The short or abbreviated path without discourse is that of practice and experimentation. Mauricio Lazarato. My piece begins. We are political subjects, not necessarily by choice, but rather by the poverty of deprivation, subjectivized for social organization for the benefit not of our own, and our work is no longer a private, but rather a public affair. Carl Schmitt, the Nazi jurist, said the political presupposes the friend and the foe. That is, you and I being together and being against proverbial partisans, the irregular actors on this public stage. Our politics exists. We are speech and reason constructed, enacted, and dramatized on the stage caught between police, logic, and the logic of equality. Some would say that the political exists through the constitution of a theatrical stage where actors perform the double logic of equality and difference. Would you believe the political aims at reparations of the wrong done to equality? To take on the endeavor via demonstrations, arguments, and raging? Those of us that have been excluded from the dominant community must demonstrate that we speak and not merely emitting noise. But we can only do this speaking in the master's language, not in our off minor speakeasy, not in our rage, not in our anger, not in our outrage. The political divides, they and we, the uncounted, must split the world off the others' equality and appropriate it for themselves. We fall back into the same vicious cycle of the other, finding ourselves in their dreams, taking at the end of the predation chain, the imminent social wolf. Can we escape the trap of identitarian logic and auto self-selection? We are people. We are both the part and the whole, immanent and epigenetic in our bioregionality. We must enter the political as counterfeiters and posers and devalue the dominant regime. Without a choice, we must resort to the cynic's model, deface the coinage, the debasement of nomisma, and nomos, the law. We have had to be beyond recognition. We have been omitted. We have had no choice but to criticize and scrutinize the institutions set up for internal exclusion. And our way of life is merely that of self-experimentation and self-examination and the processes and institutions that subjectivize us. The mathematic games of truth are not for us. They are shows of self-examination, tests of endurance on the face of oppression. The political truth games practiced in the constitutional life are not for our recognition, not for your demonstration, not my arguments, but my politics of experimentation. It is my ethos, my sublimation of this internal rage. We are speaking beings, singing beings. We are both bodies that say something, expressed through the signifying chains, through our desires, our provocations and scandals. It's not that we are opposing logos or existence. We are trying to situate ourselves between the gaps in order to question ways of life and their institutions. You see, at the end, we find ourselves at the argument between equality and inequality, or the wrong done against equality, opening up the space for the formation of the self. You see, your work here tonight is paradoxical. Equality and difference cannot be inscribed in a constitution and laws. It can't be learned nor taught, but only experimented. Our modalities of acting together, acting apart, our final question, political subjectivation, while dependent on equality, surpasses it. Though we enter as posers and counterfeits, we create the opening for transvaluation of all values. In transvaluation, equality combines with difference, political equality with ethical differentiation. We are both equality and ethical differentiation, singularization, while breaking with the machinic enslavement and the social domination that holds our subjectivity.
Woo! Oh my goodness, you just dropped a bomb. That's so much, ladies and gentlemen.
Whoa.
What? Oh my goodness. Where do you get these thoughts? Where you know what happens? How tell me this process, because this is so profound.
Well, it's really interesting. It's been a journey of maybe 40, 50 years of understanding, like, why are we always in this condition that we find ourselves in? Ultimately, as the poet, we have to use that poetic eye and make that, look at something from a different perspective. And we, this is part of this internal dialogue that we have to have with ourselves, because we are entering. And I think somebody brought in the poser question and the counterfeit. And we always talk about that imposter syndrome. Why do we have this imposter syndrome? It's not because we want to, because we can't. We can't have no other way to sneak in, right? We have to kind of sneak ourselves in there and then just kind of wedge it open and transvalue it. Right?
Woo! Speaking truth. That's Osoma. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Real, much love to you. Look at what everybody was writing in the chat, feeling you. Put your information in there, please, so we can follow you. Thank you so much. Okay, we're gonna now go all the way to the Boogie Down Bronx. Let's go and see Rosalind through her big brown eyes. Where you at, Roz?
Hey.
Hi, booby.
How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I'm good. Glad to see you. Feel like it's been forever.
I know, and it's like a time warp, We're in this timeless, I don't know.
But we're here now. I'm about to shift gears. You guys, the depth and the seriousness of all the poems that I've heard thus far. I'm about to change it up a little bit.
It's like depth and love. So how you gonna change it up? What you gonna do, Ross? Take it away.
Let me just say that this piece has only been, I guess, recited at an erotic open mic. So I'm going to share that with you guys. I've never brought it to Eureka, and this will be my first time. So bear with me. All right, this piece is called Mind Fucking. Some of the best sex I've ever had, ironically, had very little to do with the size of his erection or the rhythm of his stroke. It's true. It's more about the shit he does that these boys out here don't do, like opening the car door on my side and waiting till I'm in safely. Make a girl wanna grab him by the shirt, bring him inside and practice making babies. He makes sure that I'm on the right side of the sidewalk because that's just what gentlemen do. He does things like teaching me historical facts and having the same hunger for knowledge as I do because I'm a sapiosexual. The way he dips his fingers into the small of my back as he pulls me in for one of those kisses that send messages straight to my clitoris. Thing is, he's different. Our laughter is a familiar sound wherever we go. That shit hit deeper than any form of penetration. He makes me wet without even touching me. Now that shit's amazing. He does things like refilling the ice trays, make me wanna taste his filling. He does things like wash dishes, squeaky clean, makes a girl wanna get real dirty, wet dream. He's traditional. He's on some old school shit, offering the type of happy that would get him licked, sucked, and kissed. Not a day has gone by since we first met that we haven't spoken. He's still here even though he knows I'm a little broken. How I imagine my back will be once he's done, all in good fun. When I go full on Puerto Rican on his ass, he extinguishes the fire so gently, I barely realize. He does shit like look deep into my eyes, fucking magic between my thighs. He does things like communicate, let's fix this, does this bother you? Let's talk. At this rate, take all of me with the lights on so that I can watch you as our bodies intertwine. Shit, he makes me want to write about him. He may have earned himself a line. I think it's time that I make him mine. So that's it.
Yes, Ross. See, now all you motherfuckers out there know what Ross likes, all right?
Wonderful.
Wonderful.
You know, it's not just Ross.
This,
It's a lot of
bro. Right, fill up them ice trays.
Yes, exactly. Do them dishes. That's how.
Oh, that made me laugh. I love it. You're the best. God bless you, girl.
That's definitely
Thank
the
you.
cynic's way. Definitely the cynic's way.
Thank you, guys.
I can't. Oh my God, that gave me like the funnies. Thank you. That was Roz in the Boogie Down. Oh my God, we're gonna keep it going, keep it flowing. That was just too real. I don't know, motherfuckers is ready. I don't know. Wear an apron. That's all. That's hot. That's
Exactly.
hot. Yes. All right, we're gonna go to Ricardo Marufo. Let's see, Marufo, if
Yeah.
what
Hello.
you're bringing. Hey,
How's
how
it
you
going?
doing? Okay, nice backdrop. Your shit is fancy.
A green screen it up.
Nice. Where you at tonight?
So yeah, I'm coming to you from El Paso, Texas, right here on the border next to Mexico.
Nice. Shout out to Tejas.
It's
So,
pretty
what
pretty
you do?
hot, but I don't know if that was Roz's poem involved, you know? Everyone's killed it so far.
That's why I love these open mics. You know, I just love it. Everybody's so uniquely beautiful and just powerful. So I'm so excited to hear what you're bringing.
Oh, okay. So this is my first time here at Neo. I'm really excited. I couldn't decide what I wanted to do, so I'll just kind of ride that love wave, that romantic wave, that This is called Windblown World, a Chuco love song. And so just a little bit of context. Chuco is an affectionate nickname for the city of El Paso. I'm a hopeful romantic, nomadic in his antics, frantic for the flight of words to slam into heartstrings. Instead, incoherent mumblings are the inept incantations drawn from the abyss of this pen's empty kiss. I've had many poems eaten by the clumsy dance of a backspace button. You are my work in progress. Isn't that all we ever are? See, I want to make music. I want that dark, smoky, aromatic tone that legends like Lester Young, Ben Webster, and Art Lewis painted their masterpieces in, when there was nothing left to yearn for, to culminate, from meditate and orchestrate inky sonic thumbprints soaked in the lusty allure of dark corridors and light post forever musings of stardust flicker flame passageways. 5:07 a.m. The cosmos are crunched, and stacks of what have you nonsensical rumblings ruminate on the frothy jazz-licked rememberings of your familiar afterkiss. Perhaps this sensitive heart is penance from a past life, for even a tangential universe such as this can explode a kiss into atomic whiplash. This is your love song. So when life is bringing you down, don't forget that ever essential elemental presence and breath like... You see, I sling freeform bebop impulses into a Chuco skyline, sonic smoke signals that swirl and twirl into the air and become misguided mockingbird melodies in search of its music. You sing sandstorm, rebop, rememories. Cuando yo te vi, mi corazón bailó. Cuando yo te vi, mi corazón bailó. See, there are 100,000 heartbeats in a day, but the ones that sound like jazz are for you. This is our metaphorical music. All right, that's it for me.
What?
All that jazz.
Richie, my dude.
Oh, good.
Keep coming back, please.
Wonderful.
Gotta be in Texas 'cause that was hot.
I love to come back. Yeah.
Yes, Richie Marufo. Yes, doing your thing. That was flavor. Obviously, he does his thing. Look at this, Richie Marufo. He has his PayPal up, his Venmo. Oh my God, I'm like dropping things. That was just
Yeah, I didn't have a chance. I was gonna make a custom one for this mic, but I didn't have a chance to. But I do host this one on Mondays, right after the Neo Weekend one at 8 p.m. Mountain Time. So
after party shit.
pretty much. So if you guys want to come through, you can follow us at the Barbed Wire Open Mic Series, El Paso BWOMs, and you can follow me at Dead Wall Reveries. I think I changed that to my name down there. And yeah, appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
So you heard it right here. You could, on Monday night, you could be with us, Advocate Award host, and then go and do your thing with Richie Marufo. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, so Deneen is giving up her slot. We're gonna go to Jules, straight up to Jules in Brazil.
Hello.
Hi.
How's it going?
We're here, honey. Look at us, still here doing our thing. What a blessing,
Yeah.
right?
True.
How you feeling?
Very true. Okay, been better, been worse.
Okay, well, I'm sending you some good vibes.
Thank you.
Let me rub the belly for you right here. So take care of her, right? Take care of her.
Thank you.
What you gonna do for us tonight? People are asking, is it a poem? Is it a monologue? What is it? What is it?
It's a poem. I wrote a new poem. I got some new shit.
No shit. I'm excited. Take it away, Jewel.
New shit. All right. Thank you. So this poem is called Silence. Do you hear that? Silence. Defined by dictionaries as complete absence of sound. That seems certainly true, but I feel bound to overthink it like everything else. It exists everywhere. In our minds, our hearts under the ground. Such a powerful force for something that's considered an absence. Makes me wonder why it is so easy sometimes to get lost in the lack of something rather than its existence. Why is absence so palpable? Why is it so hard to let go of something that's no longer there? Stop. We've been through this before. You know better by now than to ask about whys. But reasons are so comforting and the lack thereof so maddening. See, here I go again, stuck on the pauses instead of the notes being played, because silence is a fucking charade. It can tell us so much more than we assume. Silence means no. Silence can be a tomb. It's a hurricane bottled up in the chest, banging on the walls from the inside to get out. When you've been silent for so long, don't you want to scream your lungs out? Silence is physical. Silence is powerful. It shifts the balance, it shapes the world. How different would our reality be if we didn't keep our thoughts curled? If we truly had the freedom to speak up? Silence helps the oppressor. It changes history. It can change you. So much power for an absence. But silence is not always bad, and sometimes it's hard for me to see that, to get away from the black or white, day or night. So here's my attempt to remind myself that there's gray, and sunny afternoons, and stolen glances, and smiles, and peace. That there are times when silence is not my doom, when there's freedom and release. Even though for someone who's always been caged, freedom can feel a little staged. One thing's for certain, whether I'm free or running from a hound, silence can be a scary sound. That's it.
Jules. Silence could be a scary sound, and that was
Beautiful.
so profound. You left me speechless. You may not like the silence, but I'm like, I don't know. Yes, Jules.
Whoa.
Thank you.
Woo! You got some deep, deep thoughts. Where do you sit and create these poems?
It's usually at about 3 a.m. when I'm trying to fall asleep. And it usually comes all at once. Like if I leave it for the morning, it's gone. I just have to, on my phone, just type the whole thing.
I'm gonna have to break it to you, Jules. That means that you're a bruja too, because 3 a.m. is the witching hour, boo. Okay,
I love it.
Twisted.
I love
that
it.
means that you're receiving. You're receiving. They're like, yo, Jules, you got to talk about this. Oh my God, I can't stay silent, so you got to do this.
Yeah.
Yes, Queen. Give it up for Jules. Thank you, sweetheart. Many blessings.
Thank you, everybody.
Woo! Thank you for not staying silent and spitting that new shit. All right, we're gonna go back to the Boogie Down Bronx in my hood. Ladies and gentlemen, show some love for Janet Escobar Vega.
What's up, New York family?
Hey, how you doing?
Chilling aquí at home.
How you feeling tonight?
Nervous as usual, but I'm all right.
Okay. You don't need to be nervous. You're with family, you know, we got you.
Exactly, and that's what makes it all better.
What you gonna do?
For tonight, I'm gonna do 2 poems, and they're both basically new shit. So bear with me.
New shit, 2 poems from the Boogie Down. Take it away, boo.
All right, so my poems have a little bit of Spanish in them, so just letting y'all know. So the first one is called Vacaciones del Verano. For 2 weeks to 1 month, we would leave for our land. We would smell the fresh air and relax as we dipped our toes in the sand. I would chase coquis and roosters. I'd even ride horseback. Mami would yell at me saying, "Pa comer, ven y entra, no te vayas a caer." But little did she know, I'd sneak out to see the horses every day. It was something about the countryside that took my mind to another place. Me sentía una con la tierra, una felicidad que me sorprendía. Mi borinquen linda es lo que yo quería. For 2 weeks to 1 month, we would leave for our land. Papi me enseñaba a guiar, mientras mami entraría en pánico y gritaba que no. I would laugh every day and visit my familia. Abuelo would tell me jokes. A ese, mami sí lo quería. For 2 weeks to 1 month, we would leave for our land. I would visit my hermana and fall in love with the sand. La playa, los sonidos, el aire más puro. A part of my life que siempre lo mantendré querido. Las vacaciones del verano era lo más divertido. So yes, that was about my motherland.
Yes. Puerto Rico. I loved it. Oh my goodness.
My second one is called High Horse. So this one is a little different, a different vibe. So High Horse. There she goes on her high horse, thinking she's the shit with her snobby ass nose. She always leaves the crib well dressed, and at times I must admit that it offends. I can't help but vent about the times well spent. Seeing her now is something that I dread. She's changed. She's not the same. She's now the target and will always be to blame. But little do they know the truth she hides. As she walks on by, she hides her cries. She hears bashing from that family that claimed to ride or die. Never once have they realized all of the sacrifice. Never once they remain neutral. Instead, they criticize. Como la gente habla mierda, they have nothing better to do. All they do is talk and assume she's saying, I'm better than you. Como la gente habla mierda, they got nothing to do. It's the outcome of success that becomes the issue. It's an instant regret when they aren't with you. We're supposed to empower, instead bridges are burnt. Then we get upset when the same cycle returns. See, mami me dijo que tenga cuidado con los enemigos, but never told me to be my own flesh. Qué distinto. Mami decía que los envidiosos buscan algún defecto, y si no lo encuentran, se vuelven un invento. All the shit talking gets overwhelmingly lame. People can't see that we're still the same. After 3 kids, a second marriage, and being an educator, not once have they told me that I beat the disclaimer. I was a young mom and defeated the system. Everyone had opinions because my success is what hit them. People continue talking and being spectators. They can't stand when I call them out for being such haters. Yet little do they know of the triumphant bet. The bet against all odds that I won't ever forget. The sleepless nights and tears shed have allowed the blessings to set. I humbly pride myself knowing that for my kids, my goals will be met. I'm a proud Nuyorican and my goals are set. So let me rock on whatever high horse I get. My past made me, and that I won't ever forget. I live and I learn and accept regret. Nothing beats love in life. I deserve it no matter the price. So let me be with my wepa and my what's good. I will always have a part of my hood. So here's my advice on the pitiful. You can't live life debating on what ifs and buts. Part of life is to accept regrets no matter what. Stop criticizing and fix yourself up. I made a promise to myself to never give up. I write my secrets in the sand and never forget. So I'll continue hiding my tears and speak clear. I am me, and that I do not fear.
Woo! Yes. Oh my goodness.
There you go.
What?
Thank you guys. Thank you. So I'm gonna put my info in the chat. You guys could find me Janet Escobar Vega on Facebook, Imperfectly Perfect on Instagram. So
yes,
keep it
queen.
going, guys.
Ride that high horse into the sunset, boo. Okay. Yes. Let them know. It's so crazy because we love family and like the first piece took us to the island and stuff, but sometimes it's just the same. It's like the nonsense lives within our own, in our own tight circle, and it's a difficult balance. But thank you so much for sharing that. Matter of fact, I didn't even announce, but this Saturday I'm gonna present a little excerpt of my new one-woman show, and it's called From Poor to Rico, and I'm gonna be doing that on Saturday. So follow me on La Bruja NYC and whatever, and I'll be putting the info up. I'm also was asked to chop it up with La India for all you salsa lovers out there. Yes, Sirius Radio with George Nenadich asked me to sit with La India, so I'm gonna be chopping it up with La India, La Bruja La India, and ese hombre que tú ves ahí. I'm gonna be like, yo, India, really, like, you do so much like male bashing stuff. Maybe we should be lesbians. I don't know. We want to? No, I don't know. I'm gonna see if she's down. I'm gonna see what's good. But anyway, we gonna keep it going, keep it flowing. Joseph Vasquez is in the building in Florida, right? Unmute
Hey,
yourself.
what's up?
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. It's been a while.
Nice to see you back.
Good to see you.
What you gonna do for us tonight?
I've been kind of battling with between two poems. I got a poem about one of the worst police shootings on the island of Puerto Rico, about the Ponce massacre. It's kind of dark. And then I have one that pays homage to Miguel Piñero and Pedro Pietri. So
Ooh, that's a tough one.
I'll
Well,
do
you know,
one for the
I'd rather hear the Miguel Piñero Pietri because we are in the house of the New Eurekan.
Yeah.
And those are our founding fathers. So I'm with
Yeah.
it. You should, everybody should know about the Ponce massacre,
Yeah.
the massacre in Ponce. All you have to do is Google that and you will see
Yeah.
the that was. But take it away, Joseph.
Okay. All right. So yeah, so I used some of their lines and I made a poem. Here it goes. Dreamt I was a poet whose ashes were never spread to the Lower East Side, but whose spirit and words still reside the very streets back in time, still seeking the cause, not dying seeking the cause, but live being the cause, living the cause. Dreamt I was a poet reciting my Puerto Rican obituary to the young lords, reciting, Puerto Ricanos are a beautiful race, all for the cause, all for the strength. Dreamt I was a poet, the philosopher of the criminal mind, a liberator for dwellers of prison time with an addiction to serve those in bondage to drug addiction. Dreamt I was a poet who started a movement. Dreamt I was a movement started by poets for local freaks, junkies, bastards, outlaws, and beggars that transcended barriers and boroughs. Dreamt I was a dream envisioned by freaking New Eurekans. Dreamt I was a revolution for words, revolution for stanzas, revolution for language like creating Spanglish. Dreamt I was the resurrection of Juan, Miguel, Milagros, Olga, Manuel, waking to cash their lottery tickets to freedom. Thank you.
Ooh, Joseph. That was dope. Honoring them. It reminds me of the beatniks night that I was hosting, and I actually brought Pedro Pietri's son to perform the Puerto Rican obituary.
Wow.
It was great. But you know what? Can you read a little bit of the other poem? You got that? I would like to hear it. And you
The
still
Ponce
got
Massacre?
Yeah, why not? Drop some bombs.
It's 13 minutes. The Ponce Massacre is called. That's the title. 13 minutes, 3 p.m., third month of the year in the late 30s. Streets full, 300 men, women, and children in their Sunday best. Straw hats, white linen suits, women in flower-printed dresses. 12 minutes. The crowd cheered. 12 uniformed nurses, 80 cadets of the Republic, a 5-piece marching band in support. Bystanders praising the bright white dresses of Hijas de Libertad and the crisp-looking cadets. It was 2 months after a month-long agricultural strike paralyzing the island's sugar economy that resulted in workers' wages being doubled to average 12 cents an hour. 11 minutes. 11 smiles every 11 feet, waving palm branches like blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord, like 11 holy days culminating on one day on the 11th hour. 10 minutes. The mayor and insular police captain jumped to the street just 10 feet from the parade declaring it's all over. Governor demands police like 10 times 10 times 10, just covering the streets, 9 minutes. La tierra de Borinque, donde nacido yo, es un nariz florido de maíz. Bang! A young man shot in the throat. Bang! A young man looking out a window fell down dead. Bang! A young man shot dead holding a palm leaf crucifix. Jesus was crucified at 33, took his last breath at 3 p.m. That's 3 plus 3 plus 3 equals 9. 3 p.m., the 9th hour. Not one with 9 lives or 9 tries, all on the floor with X's on their eyes. 8 minutes. Bloody palms fall to the bloody floor on this Palm Sunday as palms raise and surrender and to shield as countless bullets spray. 8 is the number of new beginnings. On this day is no new beginnings except in the afterlife that took place during the aftermath after 8 breaths breathed last. 7 minutes. The screams of women and children, the only echoes are from the ambitions of the pilgrims. 7, the number of completion of deletion. 7 is God's perfect number. A man raises his Bible and prayers to the heavens. Shots ring out 7. 7 deadly hits to 7 organs, leaves 7 orphans, all around left mourning. The next day was the sorrowest of mornings. 6 minutes. 666's eclipses sunshine and visions of nationalists, the devouring of enlistments. 5 minutes, the number of God's grace. On this day is no grace, no favor. 4 minutes. 4 is the number of totality of creation. 4 seasons. You couldn't find 4 reasons for all of the bleeding. 4 seasons. Today is just 1 season, which is fall, when all fall down to 3 minutes. 3 minutes. 3 is the number of divine wholeness, the Trinity, the unity. On this day is no unity, only countless eulogies of men, women, and children. A boy shot on a bicycle. 2, a father tried to shield his dying son and was shot in the back. 3, an orange vendor hid behind a statue of Jesus when a cop came over and shot him in the head. 2 minutes. Clouds covered the street like the Holy Spirit hovering over the face of the waters as 20 submachine gunners set their feet and sprayed. An old man lifted off the ground, clutching his palm leaf while his body split almost in 2. 1 minute, like to the first plague of Egypt, rivers turned blood, America's dark secrets. 1 and 1 round to 1 and 1 body already dead on the ground. 1 round for every 1 cry for mercy. To death, the spirit is given up. For the next day's headline is the one great cover-up.
Woo! Wow.
Wow.
Wow, Joseph, that was so powerful.
Damn, we need to hook up, get some stuff
Yes.
rolling.
Oh, Tessa Somok wants to hook up forces. Look at that. Unite the power of truth and history and injustice, the truth, revealing all that injustice. Thank you so much, Joseph.
Thank you
so much. Oh my God, that was fire. A lot of people don't know. And any search of the Ponce Massacre would not have ever given the feeling, the essence, and the truth that you brought. So thank you. That your poetry exists about that is just amazing. And the whole numerology, woo! Mind blown.
Thank you.
Yes, follow J Vasquez _poetry, everybody. Thank you so much. Peace out, my brother.
Peace out.
Woo, killing it. Okay, so let's see what Monica Berger is up to tonight. Monica Berger.
Hello, good evening.
Hey, how are you?
Good, thank you.
You know, it's no pressure, but you know what I'm
I know, I can't believe I have to follow that. I'm totally changing it up like Roz did, so.
Oh, really?
Go back to light.
But that's good. No, I was gonna ask you about your shoe game because you know I don't mean to pressure you, but I you know.
Oh, no pressure.
The
Puma.
Oh,
you put the heels together.
Break yourself, fool! Look at them Puma heels. Damn.
Yeah, and there's the front.
Oh, you. Wow.
Yeah, Monica, those is fire though.
Fire though.
Thank you. Rihanna's line.
Are you a size 7?
No, a 10. A huge 10.
Well, you're a perfect 10. What do you want for us tonight, honey?
2 poems. First one's called Dopamine.
Okay.
It's the dopamine. Of course. The dopamine. Dope. Mine. I was a dope thinking you were mine. You never belonged to me and you don't want anything to do with me. Arm's length distance, keeping me back emotionally, throwing breadcrumbs, keeping me on a conveyor belt, never quite reaching you, exhausting myself like a hamster on a wheel, knowing this shit ain't real, but being flooded with dopamine, making me a dope that thinks you are mine, chemical releasing attachment, tricking me into feeling everything is fine. I am so glad I came back to my senses. I appreciate your honesty through your actions. I hear it loud and clear. We only share hot passion, and I get it. I wish I could continue to stay on board, but I need to let this ship sail, and I can no longer afford to deny myself from the real thing. I want the whole thing, hot passion and emotional connection, and it is fine that it is not you. I wish it was, but I have to accept reality being true to me and fair to you. Thank you for all the moments we shared. It was fun being a dope and feeling all the dopamine flooding me silly, curling my toes. You are not my foe. I just gotta go.
Yes, yo, the women are speaking out tonight about what they really want. And because you're putting it out into the universe, you're going to get that
Yes,
shit. You're
that's
going to get
right.
the connection and the curl toes inside the Puma boots. All right.
Yes, we're worth it. Exactly. We deserve it all.
Nice.
One more quick one.
Mhm.
Thank you. I got the love, the real love, the accept you for who you are love, not confused with control as love, love, patient, caring, understanding love, comfortable in my own skin love, know who I am love, happy to be with you love, secure when we are apart love, trust and loyal love, stand up for and protect you love, won't settle or compromise myself love, won't be fooled by love, love, please and satisfy you love, love, appreciate and be grateful for your love, love, enjoying the moment love, honesty and truth love, consider of how you feel love, thy own self be true love. I got the love, the sit and be still love. I am guided by the love, love.
It's all love, Monica Berger, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
Queen killing it. Mm, mm, mm.
And thank you thank you everyone tonight. You made me feel better. I had a migraine today, so thank you.
Ooh, yes.
Yeah.
Let me rub the Buddha belly, keep that migraine away, because I know how bad those are. Yikes.
Yeah, so you guys took it away. Thank you. Your love.
Yes. Woo! Blessings to Monica. Healing vibes to Monica. And thank you so much for breaking down that dopamine. I know, you got to be able to differentiate, right? Like, All right. So Philip J. Curtis is up next. Philip J. Curtis, unmute yourself. Let us all know what's good. You here? Philip J. Curtis, is he here?
I'm muted. My bad.
Hi.
How you doing?
Good. How you doing?
I'm straight.
Good.
I'm straight.
All right. Where you at tonight?
I'm in Colorado, but I'm from Brooklyn all day, every day. Brooklyn, New York, Jamaica, West Indies.
Cool. What you gonna do for us tonight?
I'm gonna do a little something, something, I hope.
Okay.
Let's go. Mic check, microphone check, 1, 2. Mic check, microphone check, 1. Mic check, microphone check, 1, 2. Mic check, microphone check, 1. This pen meets pad, kin to the heart and mind that work in unison. But this I wrote for no personal glory, acts repeated, but never treated. You see, this is her story. An uncle, a family friend, her mother's boyfriend. She calls him step or dad, the trust she had. Because this is about abuse, molestation, or incest. A crime that regulates another person's mind sometimes before the age of 3, 6, or 9. Her story, trying to live through it. For she speaks not for sympathy or anyone to feel sorry or even feel her pain, minimizing her shame. Her story told, not in vain. 12 years old when stepbrother came to live, extending the family, but no longer than day 2, thrown to the floor, pillow over face, and raped, erasing her virginity, followed with his heartless whispered words, "They'll never believe you," as this continued through high school. Now she wonders if she had used the bat sooner, if he had stopped bothering her way back then, because he never touched her again. Her story, with permanent spots to the mind, as most hide behind a veil of silence, giving forms of abuse power. But it doesn't simply go away. Trying not to remember the day, but knowing of your life the night before, like it was yesterday. Standing at the bus stop, late tick-tock, no one in sight, looking up and down the block. And then those bushes ruffle, that jump, jolt, shock, a Glock against the head. The nasty unclean said, "If you scream, I will blow your brains out." Her attempts to fight, to get skin or hair follicles under her nails. Then just when he was about to come, someone came to the bus stop. He ran. And even after they caught this so-called man, would law enforcement understand by avoiding such questions as, what were you wearing? Or what did you do to entice him? As if she asked for a stranger to put a gun to her head, to be used as his personal pleasure. Her story. Never in a police report. You have the right to remain silent. Anything that you say and do will be held against you in the court of law. So who's really being persecuted? In her story. Left for a doctor to evaluate. For this isn't a true introduction to love, but one of unreleased scars, unhealed scars, a conception of hatred without consent, no choice to choose, for what was done by force. The exact day, hour, and place. October 31st, 2000, mask over face. Diane Sawyer reports on the TV, never to see this story in progress. So he tricked creating his personal treat, recalling the anger in his eyes, yet he never saw the fear in hers. She'd feel pain, slaps to the face, pushed downstairs, tossed onto the pavement. Rain camouflages the tears. The assumption that she was too fast-paced. The reality, a 16-year-old mother to be. Her story. Because love is supposed to come from you, not what was done to you. 1 out of 6 will never ever tell their story. So this I wrote for no personal glory. Acts repeated but never treated. You see, this is her story.
Ooh. Midnight. Philip Curtis. Thank you. Thank you for that.
So deep.
Thank you for that, man.
Thank you.
So powerful. You know, like I'm from Soundview and in the Bronx, and it makes me think of Jessica Guzman, was this beautiful little girl that was killed by like one of the few like serial killers of the Bronx, and he would kill little girls. And just to think that, you know, that we live in a world that those things can exist. But thank you for bringing light. Thank you, Phil, Lip, Curtis, Midnight. Thank you. Put your information in the chat. That was powerful. Her story. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so we're gonna go to let's see who's next here, because Teresia Williams and then Ricky. I don't think, if old Cyrus is here, I couldn't find you in there, but let me know, privately message me so that I know where you at. But right now, ladies and gentlemen, I believe also from the Boogie Down Bronx, show some love for Teresia Williams.
Hey everybody, I saw in the chat, everybody's like, why are you not in the stairs today? I actually
oh, we're finally in your house. Oh, are we in your house? Or?
No.
Nice.
Okay. I gotta tell you guys are killing me with all of this.
You now our relationship has gotten to a new level. You brought us to
Bruja, yes. See, that part of me, I could be in my inner dwelling.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
I have 2 really short pieces tonight. And I think it's kind of, I want to say, not really coincidental, maybe fate that I came after Phil, because I'm going to do a little melodic in the beginning of the first one. So here we go. You guys can hear me, right? Okay. Oh, I need thee every hour. I need thee. Oh, bless me now, my Savior. I come to thee. I need thee. Oh, I need thee. Every hour I need thee. Oh, bless me now, my Savior. I come to thee. Singing isn't about a song, it's about a sound. A vibrating vocal cord releases life most literal, epitomal in its essence, profoundly effervescent, for the sound message brings with a blessing too many take advantage of. Breathe in and out, winds crushing any angle of doubt, for life is here. And when there is life, there is hope. So that's the first one, really short. It was just on my mind. And then the second one is really short also. I actually wrote this last night, just what I was thinking about. So this is called What Poets Wonder.
Wait. So this is new shit.
True. If my confidence is confidential, is my calling coincidental? Is that which I called my craft a consequential collaboration of imitation over time? The years spent indulging the artistry of poetry, dissecting each and every line of my poet's favorite poet until I can almost on cue detect their unique style. Have my years of studying them proved I've only mastered masking their techniques into mine? Imitation is the highest form of flattery, but if the moon eclipses the sun too long, we all die. See, that right there, was that a metaphor made from modeling, or did it come from inside? I admit I'm not quite sure. These concerns are clouding my eyes. So let me stop and take a breath and just speak plain without rhymes. I often wonder if I'm good enough. Am I cool enough? Do people like me? If poetry is most about authenticity to self, then why do I compare my words to others? Zora Neale Hurston, Maya Angelou, Lauryn Hill, Floetry, Morgan Parker, Jasmine Mans, Jackie Hill Perry, Fatima Ashgar. I look to them when I'm lost for words, but shouldn't I be my own North Star? Through intuitive navigation, GPS myself outside of uncertainty into the aisle of truth, of love and light. I fell for poetry because it was my first experience of agape love. Embraced me without consideration of where I'd been or what I'd done. It looked on me, insecure, daddy issued, mediocre me, and smiled and walked with me. It saved me. I don't know if these questions will ever be answered, but I do know one thing. I am better now than I have ever been. And it's all because I decided to pick up a pen. That's it. Thanks, guys.
Yes, Teresia in the Boogie Down repping. Yes.
So good. So good.
Finally, my house in the Boogie Down.
Yes, we love it. Love it.
Beautiful.
Please put your information in the chat. Let everybody know how to follow you, where to follow you at. That was that. Yes, Queen. Yes, keep it up. Keep it up. So good to see you. Mwah.
Love y'all.
Love you. Okay. So now let's see if Ricky is in the building. Ricky, come on and unmute yourself.
Hey.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Where are you at tonight?
Well, I'm from the UK, but I'm coming in from New Zealand.
Wow, New Zealand. That's a first. I'm loving the derby and the whole look. Very theatrical. What you gonna do for us all the way out in New Zealand?
Well, it's International Non-Binary Week, and I'm non-binary, so I'm going to bring you some of that queer non-binary love.
Queer non-binary new shit. Okay, let's hear it.
So yeah, shout outs to all of my non-binary and trans family out there. You are seen, you are loved, you're appreciated. I'm going to take off my headphones so I don't knock them because I move around a bit, but this poem is called Elbows. So there's an awkward looking boy out there somewhere, shaped like an elbow. And I don't mean sharp, just not something people pay much attention to until they break it. And even then he's cast aside. They sling insults at him for the sensitive curve of his bones. It's no surprise he spends so much time folded in on himself alone. Some call it defensive. You see, it feels like protection, a relief to be curled up when everything else is such a stretch. Got to straighten out if he wants to show love, his love. Say a hug can only bend behind backs, and even then not too much in case our touch cue a playful smack on the shoulder to show there was nothing funny going on. Slight squint of eye, flex of bicep to warn there better not have been. Elbows twitching, hitching up like his should be to protect the kidneys. Their main job's to filter out waste, so he'll need his. And those arms, they continue to rise like bars in front of face, imprisoned by a body of evidence, and forensics are getting suspicious, asking questions. I mean, what exactly are you? Too masculine to be feminine. I mean, look at the tattoos. Too feminine to be masculine. I mean, look at the shoes. So they cordon him off whilst they search for further clues, leaving him an impossible crime scene that no one seems to return to. And so with no one else to turn to, he takes turns to interrogate that taught guilt he has learnt to listen to, seeking a conviction in himself to stop policing the true way he, no, she, no, they, yes, they want to live. For we all know the lonely darkness that can be placed under arrest. But despite the statistics, it doesn't have to end like this. Yes, love is within a consenting arm's reach, and they are the powerful pivotal point through which many they will teach. Yes, they are an elbow, but of an archer. So whilst they may be bent, that just makes their arrows fly farther. Yes, they are Cupid now, an acute angel, can fire through all obtuse points of view, for they have been full circle, stand tall, arm at right angle, hand on hip. You can see they've got a handle on it. Ignoring the ignorant nudges of those trying to stir the pot, spouting half-brewed theories about whomever they choose to cradle in the nook of theirs. But here's the tea, our truth. We are only as strong as the love we give. So they are invincible. No, they are an elbow. And when they break, people will notice, for they will not be broken inwards, rather compound fractures coming out of skin, a beautiful skeleton being born, bare emboldened bones, leaving none in the closet. Yes, they are an elbow, and our future rests on it.
Woo! Rick the most. Oh my
thank
goodness.
You. Beautiful, brother. Holy fuck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All of that.
Yo, it's a real pleasure joining all you talented folks here this evening. Yeah, my name's Rick the Most, and I wrote down my little things on a page there for y'all, so you can go to rickthemost.com. That's my website. If you want to come to any events in New Zealand online, I actually run a whole heap of them at Your Place Events. If you search on Facebook, then you can sign up, and we run slams, we run open mics, we have feature poets. So if you want to join us, Your Place Events is the place to go to. I'll stick all the links in the chat.
Your Place Events. New Zealand is in the building. Thank you, Rick the Most, for representing all of it.
Yo, thank you for having me, and thank you all the poets so far. You've been smashing it, and I'm loving your hosting.
Thank you. Mwah. Much love.
Mwah.
Much love.
Peace,
Thank you. Woo! Give me chills. I just love it. Tonight is about truth. I mean, it's always about truth, but there's the truth in love, like real love, profound love, like getting deep, deep, deep. So thank you so much for that. All right, so we are going from New Zealand. I believe we're going now to Amsterdam with Xanadu. Unmute yourself, Xanadu. Xanadu is usually like our poetic curator of arts. Let's see, is Xanadu here? Thought I saw you earlier. Yeah, there you go. Let me ask to unmute you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, hello.
Okay, yeah.
There you go. How's everything?
Yeah, everything is fine. Yeah, very fine. I was waiting for surrealist poems because some participants had promised, but they didn't read it yet. Now, I must say, surrealism, it's just very similar to any kind of modernism. Yeah, so today I will read some modernist poems, and maybe I can just go on reading until you say stop, or I just...
Okay, if you want to do that, I'll do that.
Yeah, okay. It's again about Santiago de Chile, and you will hear some new names. Maybe you know some names. I hope you know Pablo Neruda, of course, the most famous poet of Chile, and now Venturelli, from revolution to tea ceremony. Yeah, possibly inspired by Chinese traditional painting, revived in modernism, as including, for instance, one more color, which is blue in this painting, blue of clothes of men, blue of teapot, black and white remains the woman who is performing the tea ceremony, and her head shows more shades and shaping decorations than the sun on a bright day that nevertheless leaves her hair black, as if main job of head is protecting hair instead of face. The poetical portrait of José Venturelli, Humanista y Viajero. Okay, yeah. Thank you. Then a bird flower featuring dog. It's dedicated to your Buddha. Yeah, to your Buddha in the background. Yeah, it's from the Neruda house. Neruda had many houses which you can visit in Santiago de Chile. This is called Bird Flower featuring dog. Bird and flower painting, gray birds like giant pigeons of peace, green leaves and red blossom flower twigs featuring delicate grays and yellow that outline and complete skeleton both birds and flowers attached to each other like artists to their stories. The painting is signed to bottom right by 5 black characters and 1 red seal. The dog to the foreground comes in unexpectedly, in pale red, looking the visitor just right in the face like an animated pedestal of animal vehicle to Buddhist scene. Yeah, so it's like a Buddhist painting. The arts differ a little bit today. And then a child mummy, I guess a child mummy, everyone should know the oldest mummies of the world are in Chile. Yeah, not in Egypt. I guess this one is 6,000 years old. And the poem is called Child Mummy. The oldest mask of simplicity, only a couple of incisions, round and tiny like needles, indicate left and right eye. Nose is a soft protrusion to bottom, exactly where we would expect it. The mouth is biggest, about double of eyes and half of nose. Most basic feature of human face lays down to stand out as humanity's first mummy mask. 6,000 years before Christ, that is 2,000 years before pharaohs. Human arts were as simple as nature. Human arts were as deep as surface. Human arts were as dim as mud. Its body is reduced to things that replace its muscles and intestines just after death when it was mummified. It lays open to view as a human grid of stone and wood, deteriorated but still surviving thanks to its mask, that decisively tells the human origin by iconic mimicking the facial features, while body would be an animal as well. Well, it's the first mummy.
Thank you. That was great. Thank you so much, Xanadu, for sharing these pieces with us.
No, one more. Pre Mapuche. I love very
Short,
much.
is it short?
I love very much the indigenous things you tell. This is pre-Mapuche. This again a vessel from Museo Chileno de Arte Precolombino, possibly used as vessel or cup. This stone exploits. Faces are round and divided by strong nose to left and right, both having a big eye, seated, it seems, elbow to its body, like a bat only showing its fingers to the front. To bottom, it has a deep incision in the center, sided by squatted legs and missing feet. In its very center, there's a giant hole that may be used as mouth to vessel, and above decorations, only grips to pass it on and drink its contents.
Thank
Okay,
you,
yeah, again,
Xanadu.
tribute to the indigenous people.
Thank you.
Sergio.
And love to you. Thank you so much for that. All the way in Amsterdam. Blessings to Xanadu. All right, now we're gonna go all the way to Jersey. Show some love right now to Paul La Torre, aka Paul Con Queso.
Why you dropping the government, Bruja? People gonna follow me.
Oh damn!
No, it's all good. It's fine. It's all good.
Paul the Tower, man. Paul the
Yeah,
Tower.
standing strong. How you doing tonight, Bruja?
I'm doing really good. I'm feeling
Chilling. I noticed you're sitting tonight. You got the Buddha. You seem more relaxed.
Yeah, I'm definitely mellowed out. I'm here with my Chihuahua on deck, just chilling. Pinky promise.
Pinky is the official mascot.
Yes.
Of Thursday nights.
So where are you gonna take us tonight? Because you usually take us to school.
Yeah, I'm gonna do some conscious shit just because this is something that is very Jersey and it's not on the radar of everybody's mind right now. I'm gonna tell like a real story like I tend to do, but yeah, I'm also gonna try and throw us back a little bit with the intro. So y'all, I'm just gonna drop into it. This is called Juice.
Something for my godson Elijah and Luca and Corinne. Some say the black of the pepper, the sweeter the juice. I say the darker the flesh, the deeper the roots.
And yet sometimes the juice is too sweet, the berry too dark for America's digestive tract. It's a fact their domestic gross product often produces sour and fickle individuals who may reject dark flesh, roots deep. Amani Kildea was found hung from a tree in a suburban New Jersey park on the afternoon of June 28th, only a few days after exposing powerful men outed by he and his friends as dangerous to their community. Kildea was part of the group Pedo Got Caught, which catfishes pedophiles and posts it online. And yet, I need you to try and please not turn his death into some trope. Another tragic casualty of the Black community's penchant for self-inflicted violence and infighting. I assure you, there is no rope long enough to hang oneself without so much as a system of pulleys and levers or access to Jacob's ladder. Don't give me that all fruits matter jargon talk and try to make him another token loss, one more excuse to hang Black men out to dry for the abuse and PTSD generationally heaped on them from the second they stepped onto these teeming shores of carcinogenic America. Amani was a good young man, diligent and focused, yet goofy and full of life, an adoptive immigrant taken in at 5 from Ethiopia. By 2 white parents, one a pastor who hoped to instill in him all God's plans, never once asked, made demands as all colonizers cloaked as saviors, masquerading as missionaries sent on altruistic missions from God tend to do. I mean, can you picture having your cultural roots discarded, disregarded, and forgotten for the sake of idyllic Western ideals and images of Euro-Christianity? Not how things really were, white Jesus, Black Judas, and all Jewish prosecution leading to the execution of their chosen one. Chosen son by the hand of the Lamb, just like Amani, from a far Mid-Eastern land, not far from the belly of all creation in Africa, only to be taken in, noose made, new slave, indentured to Lutheran plantation of servitude, stolen labor, and false gods too. Black hands bled, picking at sharpened ends of white guilt's cotton balls. His adoptive mom and pa, who even in his goddamn obituary still described life with him as challenging. That family refused to press for investigation after less than 3 days, seemed to accept unilaterally the theory Amani killed himself, despite no therapy records to show, and no consult with his birth mother, Gannett, back home in Ethiopia. It's absurd to think a man driven to stamp out rampant pedophilia drove himself an hour away just to stage Lewis Park as location for a theatrical suicide. An aspiring public servant set upon dying publicly, he was supposed to start college this fall with hopes to become FBI, CIA. So secure in his mission to disrupt pillars of corruption, Kildea started his work early in earnest. Even at 20, his circle of friends working on their own time to catch these men in their own set net trap to ensnare young kids, tapped into curriculum, gaining extra credits, hunting down predators, child rapists, and sex offenders. And if I had to bet, I'd say one of them signed his death certificate. It's not enough detective skills led to 30 arrests, one of them a mayor's son, and then a cop, and then coincidentally, Amani got stung. Is it any wonder why he was hung, strung up like America's strange fruit, sweet juice-stuffed pinata of historical disrepute? How do you stop abuses when the powerful abuse their power to cover up transgressions, and forge the weapons of this weaponized justice system, and will be the ones to take you in, take your prince, pen official witness reports, and call in the body when you get found. These all omnipotent, impotent simpletons serving the system as judge, jury, and executioners, licensed to kill, wielders, field lynchers, patrolling streets. This subconscious vena cava of white power pulsing through arteries, pumping thick blue corn syrup into pulmonic valve of infrastructure. And when we think we finally have the upper hand, they pummel us with imbalanced scales of lady justices, hollowed out eye sockets, blindfolded and come to roost. Their cocksure connections, PBA pecking them out of jail free, like Monopoly. And we all pay for their crimes. You see, there have been more than 5 incidents of public hangings of Black and Latino individuals under suspicious circumstances in California, Texas, New York, and now add Jersey to the field reports growing list of deaths, which have been rapidly ruled suicide. As someone who's had self-immolating ideations most his life, I never once thought, why don't I go an hour away and orchestrate an elaborate plan to tie a cord around a tree in a town foreign to me with no ladder or help and then throw myself off and end it all. I find it highly unlikely to think this man, driven for serving justice, would lynch himself. I see plenty Black folks tweet twice a week. Listen, if I'm ever found dead, hanging from a tree, or in police custody, just know I ain't do it myself. What further proof must we see that America has always been the hanging tree set on feeding itself from the thick, sticky sap of purloined labor and pilfered blood taken from Black flesh, fertilizing its stolen sod, just like Sodom and Gomorrah, this fertile land cursed to burn for eternity. The horror comes when you realize society will openly accept a Black man's death and require no other evidence. Yet this very same public spent 30 years picking apart Kurt Cobain's supposed suicide, with documentaries and experts scouring over the gun's handle, each hair fiber and blood spatter, down to the molecule where CSI rule clothes having been soaked in bleach as a telltale sign. Yet no one finds it strange. Amani just snapped his sane one night and voluntarily climbed up there. Smells like teen spirit conspiracy to me. I mean, we can either keep pushing until we unveil the truth or lock it up in a heart-shaped box. But I, for one, sure as fuck need to know what happened the early morning hours that faded June day. See, Amani's entire life, he came as he was, as a friend, as a known entity, doing right by his community, a young Black boy willing to shirk beliefs of those who took him in as an act of vanity, mass as charity, and perhaps that family underestimated the gravity of asking a strong Black boy to assimilate into their culture, with all the baggage that comes with the history of not only this nation, with the wrath-laden texts of their religion too. It took less than 72 hours for their prosecutors to file a press statement on his death. That means less than 3 days to investigate, to review autopsy, to make any attempt to find whoever helped string him up from this tree, to be displayed as a decree that this is what happens when you challenge established systems of privilege, power, and authority. Each claim his death happened at his own hands happened naturally, both outrages and saddens me. So please don't you sit there and say, let's wait for more signs or reports to surface when I have all the evidence I need. These last 4 centuries, I have seen America's tendency to dig out the seed they believe may someday produce troubled fruit, especially if the depth of that root or flesh of that berry is any single shade darker than their idealized red, white, or blue.
Whoa! Pork con queso in Jersey. Wow. Wow. You always teach us. You also, bring justice to that spirit. So thank you so much for saying these things.
I mean, I'm trying. I try to do everything I can with my voice, with my platform, with, me and my students too. We got a magazine coming out called I Can't Breathe. Bruja is published in there. Roz is in there. Ray Jane's in there. Net Vega's in there. Withdrawn is in. So I mean, like, when that drops, I'm going to keep you guys all informed. I'm really excited about it because it's all going towards social justice and helping the cause. Every single dollar of our profit is going towards the causes that are helping to bring justice to Black lives that are taken unfairly. So I mean, I'm trying to do as much as I can.
Bless your heart. Thank you so much, Paul.
I love y'all. Thank you. Thank you for bearing with me. That was long. I know it. I appreciate you all so much for your undivided love.
It was worth it. Pork con queso doing his thing, speaking his truth. We're going from Jersey now to Japan. Let's go.
Yes.
Yuri.
Hi. Hi, can you hear me?
Hi. Hi, Yuri. Yes, we can hear you. How are you today?
I'm in Tokyo today too.
Nice.
Yeah. Today I sing Orchid. As you may know that Japan is one of the disaster-prone country. Oh, it's okay?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
As you may know that Japan is one of the disaster-prone country. The 2011 Tohoku earthquake tsunami was one of Japan's biggest disaster events. Many people died. Today I perform about that. Existence. 国会中継の途中ですが、地震津波関連の情報をお伝えします。緊急地震速報が出ました。宮城県、岩手県、福島県、秋田県、山形県に緊急地震速報です。強い揺れを感じた地域の皆さんにお伝えしています。今これは陸上の様子です。波が今、住宅や畑を飲み込んでいくのがわかります。お客さんなんて誰もいなくなったのに、まだ震えてかがんでるパートの女の人の腕を引っ張って共有通路に引きずり出す。アイロン切ったかって、そんなインカムバカみたいなのに何回も飛んでて、電源切った。同じフロアの美容室の男の子は、俺さ、神戸だからさって繰り返して、帰れなくても帰れと何度も言いに来た。3歳の男の子を握りしめる手のひらの感触、手首に残って、これ一生記憶に残るんだろうなと思った人の一生まであっけなく終わる。明日あの子に会ったら、明日こそ俺は本気だと、お前のこと好きだからいろんなことしたくて、俺は変なのか変じゃないよねって言おうと決めてた16歳の男の子の高鳴る最初の恋。来年になったら、やっと仕事も一段落するから、そうだ私そろそろ赤ちゃん産んでもいいよね、と38歳の女の人のまだ誰にも言えない新しい決意。長かった戦争は終わって緑色の紙っぺら1枚。私たち2人だけになっちゃったけど、きっとずっと楽しいよね、と笑った母と子。やっと明ける朝の匂い嗅いでうつむいて渡る国道17号。眠たいと疲れたと誰かにぎゅっと抱きしめられたいが、混じり合って緩む涙腺に。蓋するみたいにタバコの煙は染みて、朝焼けばかり綺麗だから、今夜は雨になるかもしれない。酒場ではボトルが床に叩きつけられ、何かと何かの混ざった甘い変な匂い立ち込め、困ったねと笑い合ったあの男の子は遠い町へ行って、もう会うこともないだろう。ボロボロでカビ臭い走ってたどり着いた 1K のアパートのドア開けられた瞬間、なんでメールも返さないのと抱きつくしかなくて、抱きつくような仲じゃなかったのに、嘘みたいにそれは当たり前で、抱きつきながら手の中で携帯は鳴って、届いてなかった4通のメールは今更届いて、バカみたいと笑って動き出した地下鉄に乗った。女は死んだ。男は死んだ。売春婦も嘘つきもお人よしも。医者は死んだ。教師は死んだ。コミュ障も死んだ。犬は死んだ。精神病患者も死んだ。だけど、私の大嫌いな男は死ななかった。歌は死んだ。言葉は死んだ。好きは死んだ。嫌いは死んだ。きちんとあったのに、なかったことになったものが死ぬってことじゃなかったら、生きるってなんだ。なかったことじゃないのになかったことになった。あったことなのになかったことになった。誰も知らないことはなかったことになった。存在しなくなった。嘘みたいなのに本当になくなったから とりあえず笑った。3歳の女の子、握りしめる手のひらの汗感じながら眠る。私の幸せのようなものはいつかあの日みたいにあっけなく終わる。私は泣かない。あんなに嫌いな男でも生きてるって分かって嬉しい。あんなに嫌いな男でも生きててよかった。これはきっと愛じゃないかもしれない。そんな簡単なことではない。でも愛は本当はそういうものかもしれない。人であることは想像以上にかさついて刺さる。正しい愛を私は知らない。だけど作ることで私は存在している。Thank you.
Yuri! Award-winning poet Yuri Miki in Tokyo. Thank you so much for sharing that powerful poem, sharing about the universal language of love internationally, no matter where you are. Love is universal. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. I love you.
Put your info in the chat. We're going to keep it going, keep it flowing. We're already at 11:11. I believe we let in Old Cyrus. So Osiris, you made it. You're in. Let's see you if you can unmute yourself. Osiris, you there or no? I thought I saw you. I tried to let you in. Yeah, there you go. Ask to unmute. You there? Going once, going twice. If not, we're gonna go to our final performer, Nicole Bush, if you're there. Oh, there you go.
Hey, what's up? I need a minute. Just give me 1 minute. I'm gonna tune right in. I'm sorry.
Okay. Were you at the locker room, bro?
Yeah, I just came to work. I just need to situate myself real quick. I'm sorry. I was traveling. That's why I wasn't on earlier.
So, okay, while you get settled, let me find out about Nicole. Nicole, where you at? Which Nicole is it? Because I see that there's two Nicoles. Which Nicole is it that's gonna close out for us tonight? Wow. While we get Osiris. Chat me up. Osiris just got to his job. He's in his locker room. This is how we do at the open mic. People will fly to wherever they have to get onto this open mic, and it never ceases to amaze me, the lengths that we will go to be heard. That's why I love the spoken word. I'm not hearing anything from any of the Nickies. Let's see, Nicole, there was two Nicoles I saw in the chat. Let's see what's good. I said Nicole Titus and Nicole Flellen. If you are if you're Nicole Bush, let me know. If you're not, okay, we're just gonna have to go with Cyrus. Hopefully Cyrus is ready. Oh my goodness. Well, it has been a very interesting night tonight. It's been a mellow night. Cyrus is still doing his thing, but I'm gonna rub the Buddha belly for everybody that was with us tonight, that joined, because I just really want to see peace in the world. I've been doing some great things with youth. Cyrus, you ready to rock? Nope. I see your coworkers are masked up. They must be like, what? Go ahead, start spitting for us, Cyrus. We're all watching you.
Oh shit. All right.
Give us something to hold on to. You're gonna close out for us because none of the Nicole Bush is not answering. So you're gonna close out our.
Can you see me?
I can see you.
All right. I'm probably gonna shut off my my camera because I can't even look at my phone and read while I'm at work. I don't know. I can't really see what's going on right now. Just bear with me, man. I'm sorry.
Where are you at? What part of the world are you?
Right now I'm in the Bronx. I work for MTA. I just pulled up to work. I work the night shift, and I'm about to start my shift. So hopefully I can get through it before work actually starts.
Oh, yeah, because otherwise your passengers are gonna be like, "Yo, where?"
No,
So I
actually,
read
I actually
poetry, right?
fix,
I tell you.
I actually fix buses, but whatever. All right, let me get onto a bus. I'm gonna get onto a bus right now, and then I'm gonna kick my shit.
This is a first. Okay. Old Cyrus is getting on his bus from the MTA. This one time, this guy parked in front of my driveway. He blocked my driveway, and he was like, he showed out his license. He was like, "Yo, I work with the MTA." I was like, "I'm about to MTA tires, bro. You're not supposed to be in my driveway." All right, he's in his bus. Woo! I feel like we're about to go into a speed movie.
All right, one second.
Okay.
All right. All right, this is a joint I just wrote last week. I spit it the other night at a erotic poetry joint. And here we go. This is kind of like some 90 Day Fiance shit. But instead of you being in Brazil and me here, you're in Queens. I'm still here, but in Long Island. Almost like the same thing, because when your car don't work or your work don't close, and then you reach home, but your eyes won't stay open, everything starts to feel real far. Long distance relationships appear to be hard. Thank God we're not in those Nokia Nextel days where you gotta press keypads multiple times to spell out a word. Imagine carrying pages of beepers, but even then you could text a hello with the 01134 or a hi boo with the 00814, but you gotta turn it upside down to read it. Some of y'all wouldn't understand, but that's the best you'll get. Or a love letter, either at school or in the mail. Hope her mom Dukes didn't open it, or pick up the phone when you called. Couldn't wait to get home so you could extend your rotary phone's 20-foot spiral cord from your kitchen to the couch on the sala. Read Jones until we fell asleep with the phone to your ear. You still there? The dating scene is crazy and the people in it. You gotta act like you're not interested to get played. Shit is a game. The minute you don't play, you lose. I shouldn't feel like if I text you throughout the day that I'm doomed, labeled annoying, clingy, or bothersome. I've lost out on potential romances by over texting and over inviting, being labeled as, I guess, the good guy. Wanted to know more about you. How was your day, your upbringing? Sending you cute memes. Cute memes shouldn't turn you off. It's like they get annoyed by you, but then crave a fuck boy who does the opposite of you. Ghosts you, tells you lies, get it between those thighs, make your temperature rise, and then leave you cold. Then you get annoyed because you want more of them. But if you want more of them and not more of me, when I'm trying to give you what you seek, then why does our situation seem so meek? The answer is, these aren't women, they just act the part. Oscar Award winners, plagiarists, being controlled by society, girlfriends, with the flick of the wrist like ventriloquists. We got Robert De Niro's too, but that's another poem. I'll give you one fun fact though. Once I laid down the bichotazo, all of a sudden you're not busy no more. Now you're Miss Chatty and not Miss Stagnant. Blowing up my phone, asking when the next time we gonna chill. I'm like, chill. I'm a little busy now. You thought you was dealing with a clown. I have a bad boy side too, and I'm gonna show you how I get down. They say the opposites attract, but that's bullshit to me. Because if I'm the talkative, sorry, if I'm talkative, I don't want no awkward conservative type. I want a girl, if it came to it, she helped me out in a bar fight. Don and get the first base, seal that first kiss, maybe fill it to the two, but your bra strap is like a puzzle. Waiting for day two where second base is only a smooth talk away. My hands are in your pants, fishing for your clam to play with your pearl. Swirl your hair in some curls, stimulating pressure points. I've been daydreaming about dry humping you, pressing my tuck toy soldier against your fortress. Let down your drawbridge. I'm drowning in your moat, but you're covered by jeans, a pair of panties, and a peacoat. Anticipating rug burns and blue balls, but well worth the intimate invitations. But next time I'm entering raw with no hesitation. It's been 3 weeks, and I've been patiently waiting like El Chapo, ready to dig a tunnel to salvation. You looking sick in that dress. Let me take your temp with this thermometer, and when it reaches the brink, I'll link my mercury into your sink. fuck these clothes. Let's become one with nature, sitting in the waterfalls like naked Neanderthals. I want to become your sex pedagogue. Grant me tenure. You take my shaft in your mouth like a lioness, clutching a cub scruff. Don't use no hands, that's cheating. I'm a master of baiting, so chill with the rough touch. Let me feel your mouth mastery. Throat symmetry. Don't throw symmetry. You got 3 minutes to suck my dick soul, or you're just a novice to me. But you superseded who came before me. You're a anomaly. The time has come to witness the gift on my wish list. It's cozy and compact in here, like a Winnebago. Every time I say so, you never say no. I love that. You're always in the mood. Pussy so good, make you say shit you never should. I think I owe you 2 bags, your nails done, and some food. I jump off the dresser like Jimmy Fly Snicker till I'm deep in ya. Then I pin you to the mat like 1, 2. Oh, it's not over. You flip me over halfway through the song and I'm about to lose this match. Quick thoughts of my elderly practitioner so I don't spew this for the inner extract. Hair follicles standing up, glistening with sweat like morning dew. I went so deep inside, I think I broke something. She crawled into the fatal. Blood starts to drip, but she's not on her monthly. She said she felt it in her navel. You ain't done nothing until your beat your thoughts was fatal. Who on come test the rocket launcher? Standing over her bed, reading the eulogy. Here lies Jane Doe. On this day, I must say, she was unique like a Gordon Gartrell shirt made by Lisa Bonet. I hope this Scotty Fleca don't get on her phone with her chicas, bonchinchando, saying my bichotazo was chiquito. Mira, espérate, sabe la verdad, mentirosa.
Whoa. Okay. Wow, that's a Boogie Down Bronx love poem if I've ever heard one. Oh shit, Osiris, damn. I don't know, but I had to smoke something after that.
Thank you, thank you.
Yo, let everybody know where to find you. That shit was super erotic, but ratchet at the same time, which I love.
Ratchet, yeah, a little ratchet.
Ratchet.
A little ratchetness.
Some ratchetness. Yeah, there it is. Ratchet. Paul almost got it. I gotta learn how to pronounce that. Thank you, Cyrus, for taking us out with a bang. Ladies and gentlemen.
I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I was like, yo, imagine he was like spitting and then he turned around, looked in the bus and there was like 5 passengers like. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us tonight on the Thursday night online open mic New Yorican Poets Cafe. My name is La Bruja, Caridad de la Luz. What can I tell you? I live for this. I love this. And I love all of you. Stay poetic, everybody. Stay super expressed. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you get all of that out of you. Let all of those feelings and thoughts just get them out of you, you know, and stay light. Keep your heart light. Much love. Peace. Remember, follow me, La Bruja NYC. But subscribe to my YouTube on Caridad de la Luz. Like, just Google me, man. I got so much going on. Copper and Flowers. I'm bringing on Saturday, doing my From Puerto Rico. I'm going to be chilling with La India soon. So you're going to be hearing about that. But all I know, most of all, is that I will see you next Thursday when we do it again. Peace, everybody. Woo! One love. What a night.